Well, speaking of not good for America,
Okay.
oh
What we
man, the
got?
auto loan crisis.
What's that?
Oh man. Well, this will be kind of a wide eye-opening. I know we talked a little bit last time, but bring it back up again.
Huh? I did not
Well,
watch
as
that.
millions
Or
of
I
dollars
actually didn't
pour
watch
into
any
the
of
Trump
them, but yeah.
administration, a nearly record high number of cars are being repossessed as more and more Americans continue falling behind on their auto loan payments. This year, more than 7.5 million cars have already been assigned
COVID
for
era
repossession.
cars?
That number,
No,
though,
this
is
year.
expected to hit
No.
nearly
The
11
cars that being
million
bought at
by
COVID
the
era.
end of the year. That's according to data from the Recovery
they should be paid off
Database
by now.
Networks. Tariffs have played a part, increasing some sticker prices, with automakers saying they tried to hold off on raising
Gee.
prices when the tariffs first kicked in. But now many companies saying they just can't afford to do that anymore. So joining me now, automotive expert and co-founder of Car Edge, Ray Shefska. Ray, thank you so much for giving us some of your time today. We're hearing a lot of warnings about the auto finance industry as a whole being at a breaking point. Do you agree?
We are seeing signs that the difficulty that many Americans are having in making their car payments is a growing and troubling sign. So yes, I think as we continue to see repossessions move forward and go up, you have to also consider that many of the large banks out there, the lenders, are actually increasing their loan loss provisions because they don't expect the loans that they wrote in the past to perform at the level that they thought they would. And in many cases, they're actually delaying the repossessions by trying to work with the customers to extend their
'Cause they want you
loan
to keep
terms,
paying.
They want- what are they
offer
gonna
a
do with the
couple of
car?
months
Well,
abatement
that's
on
part of it.
Yeah, I
payments.
mean, it's
So
not like they're low on
the
inventory.
repossession issue is a
mean,
real concern at the
If you
moment.
think about it,
So,
the
Ray,
prob-
walk us through that. I mean, how many payments can borrowers generally miss before that big tow truck shows up at their home, at their job, or?
So here's the thing, right? They're letting customers extend and they're blaming on tariff, like they're letting their customers, keep their cars. How about drop that price?
Yeah.
If you won't make a billions of dollar profit one year, it's
Yeah.
not gonna kill you.
Well, yeah, I don't disagree, but these banks, at the end of the day, it's their job.
No,
they're gonna-
not the banks.
But they're
Auto-
the ones who will give you the loan, right?
Exactly, but the automakers, the cost of the car right now.
Well, what's
Well, part of it's the cost, but I think what this is one thing I do watch kind of the car auto guys talk about this stuff. So, for example, let's take a car. Let's say it's $65,000, and they purchase it. A person does it, let's say 2021, 2022, whenever, and then they always get a new car every couple of years, right? Every 2 years they get renew it.
Yep.
So they go in to trade it in to get a newer vehicle. Well, what was it? Let's say 60,000, and they owe, let's say 55 or 50,000. Well, that car dropped in value all the way down to 30,000.
Right.
So there's that gap.
Yep.
So either they got to cover that gap, or they push that money onto the next loan, and that's what's happening. So on the next loan, and with again the next car, let's say that car is 80,000, and then they push that 25,000 gap because that car depreciated that much, and they can't cover it by cash. They push it on the next loan. So now your loan turns into like a 20-something thousand vehicle, and then you're forced to make monthly payments. Well, my monthly payment, I can't afford that. Well, we'll just extend it out. So now you're seeing 84-month payments for like $1,000, like 84 months. What is
Well,
that?
yeah,
like
it used to
7
be- it
years?
used to be
or
72,
And if your car payment is more than your mortgage, that is something. There's something wrong there. I mean, just saying is like if you calculate that in 84-month typical car loan is like 3 to 4 years or
That's
5
what's
years.
supposed to be.
Well, I'm saying if he's shown that and we calculate the payment, then that is more than your mortgage.
Yeah.
At that point, the payment is more than your mortgage,
Yeah.
and there's something wrong with that. And the difference between 2016 and 2025, last 10 years, the average car is you can literally buy a car for that one 10 years before that.
Yeah.
$16,000, you can buy a Toyota
Yeah.
Corolla.
Well, and I think there has to be some sort of awakening here with the auto industry too. Of,
Yeah.
like we talked about with this dealership issue and the cost of vehicles and everything's being so high. I mean, we'll buy used cars, and you can get
Well,
one
I
for
do
2 or
too.
3 years old
So-
that's 50% off of its sticker price.
Well, let me ask you guys this: is the responsibility more on the person that's, doing this and signing these
It's
contracts,
all
or
above.
on the banks or
All
the
above.
dealerships? I
All
mean,
above.
I'm not gonna not blame the person who does it. You
Yeah.
know, because at the end of the day, they should be able to budget. Okay, I make this much money
I mean,
per
buy a
month.
car
Here's what my
that's-
payment is. If I want to put 25 or 50% of my money into a vehicle, I mean that's insane. But
Yeah.
I can't stop you from doing that. It's insane that the bank would allow that.
Yeah.
And the bank would say, "Oh yeah, here's your monthly income, and this
You
is
know,
what you're
when
gonna
the
pay
banks
for a
used
car."
to reject you for not to get a loan, remember those days?
well, that's
No,
that's
not
kind
anymore.
of that's
Yeah.
kind of one of the things I saw when one of the guys on I think his podcast called like Car Answer. He was talking about how I guess the banks have to repo these vehicles, but it's gotten so bad that they actually have to start repoing at the dealership because they're not making the payments.
Oh, yeah.
No, the dealerships aren't.
A dealer,
Wow,
because
okay.
everything on their lot is bank owned. So when you see those tent sales, the bank is pushing them, and when you go in there and say, I only want to pay this much, dealership says, we want to make at least 3,000, 5,000, and the bank says, well, no, we're selling this car even though you don't make money.
Yep.
So that's why they go back and forth to do that little dance,
Yeah.
and that's
That
what
makes
that's
sense.
about.
It's-
Yeah, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, vehicle prices have got to come down, right? And
Yeah,
whether
they
that's
need
that's
to.
these our OEMs here in the states figure that out, or we're gonna have Chinese vehicles here that are listed, for $120,000. You're gonna
Yeah.
buy for
Well,
30.
they'll just be stamped and
Yep.
different way, made in somewhere else, but indirectly we'll get those cars here.
Yep.
Yeah.